today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
Dancing to his left. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's an early scramble reviewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. They go right back to Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
This defense for the Vikings very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. The Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. Special teams putting a mark on this game early. Opening drive, block punt.
And for one team, it's a good mark, and for the other, not so good. And this is why special teams coaches are like designated hitters to me. They don't get very many opportunities. They need to maximize when it comes their way. And as we just said, one of them did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Chandler going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Here's Chandler again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Yeah, they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. The Vikings at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Right back to him on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And now out come the Giants. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Ritter.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Singletary fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Singletary again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Once again, it's Swift.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And New York set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to...
Ritter has it knocked down. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Now the try here for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That pass caught, it's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
But first down, Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hurts throws taken in by Waddle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First down, and they go with Swift again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced them to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On first down, Ritter.
He finds Robinson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On second down, Ritter. Throw caught by Mayer.
7 yards there and a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
So he's been automatic to
them here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half.
Let's do it. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
In motion left comes Williams.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
He's got a man. Complete.
And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Hurts throw going into the hands of Williams. Touchdown, Vikings! Jamison Williams,
a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Swift is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Down to the 25. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jalen Waddle
taking it in.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. Now Hurts changing up the play.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
That one complete to again.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Vikings on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Jalen Waddle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
And they'll run again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Tip Ryman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
And now out come.
first and 10. It's Hurts. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10-yard. And it's good for a Viking first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And Hill will opt for the touchback. New York set to take the field. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long.